Hey y'all, it's been a long while since I did a video that I put on Facebook, but I thought I'd do one today. It's a very nice day in Oklahoma. It's warm, the sun's out. It's what time is it? 5:54, and the lights are um, the sun's still out. Um, I wanted to do a video just um, because it's after 5, and this is usually when um, my emotions go into overdrive. And I was just looking at some pictures I had of me and Doug and our memories. And there's been a really cool song that I heard on my travels to Branson when I went, and it's called "The Promise" by Tracy Chapman. I really like Tracy Chapman's voice, and some of her songs I like, but this one specifically speaks to me, and it makes me cry every time. Um, just because it reminds me of the stuff that Doug and I had. Like all the things I miss about him are in this song, and um, it's just part of grief. Some of the things I really miss is, I've been sitting out here for a while by myself. Normally, sometimes we would do that. We would go to the park and we would, sit and read and just be with each other. But I miss things like talking to him every day, um, laughing at each other, whether we were making jokes or not. Um, I miss his embrace. I miss his love. I miss telling him that I loved him and him telling me that he loved me. Sometimes Doug would just get a look in his eye, and I would just, say, "What?" And he would just say, tell me how much he loved me. There wasn't a day that went by that Doug didn't tell me he loved me, and I miss it. I miss hugging him. I miss our conversations in the kitchen. Um, I miss everything about him, really. Um, and it's hard to be without him, to be without all those things that I just loved. When I look at his pictures now, I can't say that I don't feel pain. By the way, I chopped my hair off, just in case y'all are wondering. Um, I my hair started falling out, and so in order to like keep that from happening, I chopped it off. So it's really, really short right now, but it's okay to grow back. But I miss all those things about him, honestly. I think some of the things people don't realize is that the person you married, for no matter how long you've been married, it's really true that you become one. And Doug and I did. We fell in love fast. We got attached fast. It felt like, not in a bad way. When I say this statement, people always think it's in a bad way. But it feels like we have been married for years. Not really for, just, we've been together for 7 years. But it feels like we've been married for 30 plus years. That's not a bad thing. It was a good thing. And, we never fell out of love with each other. I miss him terribly. Grief is not easy, and it's different when it's your spouse. And I don't know how to tell people how different it is, but it is. It's really different when it's your spouse. And where I am in this journey is that I have a hard time with everything, honestly. I have a hard time getting up in the morning. I have a hard time taking my pills in the morning. I have a hard time eating every day, drinking water every day. Just the simplest of tasks I have trouble doing. I think about them all the time. I can't stop thinking about them. When I don't really much anymore think about his, or I do think about his death, but it's not in a way where I blame myself. I know that there was nothing I could have done. I know that perhaps some people think I could have done more, but you had to have to know Doug. He's very strong-willed and knows what he wants. And honestly, I don't know. I don't blame myself as much anymore, I guess is what I want to say. But I miss him. I love him still. I'm glad, though, thankful that I had the time I did with him. There's a part of me that wonders that, Doug had a rough life, a rough time of life, lots of figuring things out. Sometimes, I guess, in his life, early years, he wasn't as nice to people. But, Doug learned over the years. And I know that from what he tells me, that a lot of his life was not happy. And I really felt like that I was being told that Doug needed to be happy for the last part of his life. He always told me how happy I made him feel. And that he was happy. I would ask him all the time, because I wanted him to be happy. And I would say, "Are you happy, babe? Because I want you to be happy. And if, being with me is not making you happy, I don't want you to be with me." He would always say he was happy as he had ever been in his whole life. So if for nothing else, I feel that in this life, Doug needed to feel happy and know happiness before he passed. And I am grateful that I was able to give him happiness. Because he made me very happy. I've said it over and over and over again that Doug taught me a lot of things. And one of the things Doug taught me was that I am not the ugly person I thought I was. I'm beautiful. And I do see it. Like when I look in the mirror now, I don't feel like appalled to look at myself. Doug always told me I was beautiful. Um, he always did, and it was wonderful. I think it was important for me also to know what being happy meant, because a lot of times the men in my life um, did not make me happy. I didn't trust a lot of the men in my life, and he taught me just what a real man, how a real man is supposed to treat his wife or a person, even as a person that you love. Like Doug really, I've been looking over some of, his stuff that he's written. I've looked at some of his messenger posts and just how compassionate Doug was. Like, I'm just looking at some of the things. I could see him validating other people. You are a wonderful person. You are a beautiful person. You do this and that. And it's stuff I never knew, like, that Doug did that. I knew that I did that, but I never knew that he did. And Doug loved deeply. Nobody would have ever known that Doug did, because he doesn't show it, or he didn't show it, but he loves deeply, and it was nice to see that. And I realized that Doug loved me deeply, and I'm so grateful. But now I'm here in this world, and honestly, I feel empty. I feel handicapped in a way, because now I'm learning to live without him, when it felt like I've been with him for ages and ages. And it's hard. I know, I do believe that we don't die. I believe our body does. Our body passes away, but what's inside of us, our spirit, doesn't ever die. So in that vein, I find comfort in that, Doug is not totally gone. Doug is just not on this earth anymore. So I do find some comfort in that, but the human side of me grieves that he's not here. And I don't know that people will ever understand what I feel. And that is okay. Because, people don't have to understand. It has been 2 months since Doug passed. And I feel like it just happened. I'm still trying to navigate life, learn life, do life. There are a lot of people that expect a lot of things from me. And regrettably, I say that I can't do any of them. I know that things will get better. I know that I need to keep moving. I know that life goes on, but I'm struggling. And that's okay. I've been able to go to a grief group that the hospice does, and I finally got in last week, and it was great. The ladies there have encouraged me to go at my own pace, because I've had a great loss. They've encouraged me to, not push myself past what I can push myself to do. there are a lot of people who think it's been 2 months, you should be moved on by now. Um, but it doesn't work that way. Um, I am trying to move on. I am endeavoring to do things. But there's no other way to say it than it's just hard. Sometimes I have breakdowns and I can't stop it. I can't help it. It just comes. Sometimes I get angry. Especially as I'm trying to figure out all this stuff that I need to handle for him. I get angry that, I don't know, or I didn't watch him do some of these things. I hurt. And I want to be honest. I want to be as honest as I can. Because, number one, it helps me. Number two, I'm not stuffing it. I refuse to. I refuse to act like everything is okay when it's very much not. Third of all, I've come across so many people I don't know that are going through the same thing. And no one knows what they're going through because they put on a mask of happiness. And they're not happy. They're hurting and dying inside. And I know exactly what that feels like. There was a person I came across, a guy. His wife died a year ago. And he has friends that are encouraging him to take down all the pictures of his wife and forget about her and get out there and date. And he's very sad. He's still sad after a year. He still misses his wife terribly after a year. And it's not, in my opinion, it's not his friend's place to tell him to take down his pictures and go date. He absolutely isn't ready. He loves his wife still, and although it's not been a year for me, I understand. I've had people tell me I need to start dating again, and it's been 2 months. I mean, people have a lot of things to say, a lot of advice to give, but the truth is that people who are grieving don't need advice. As a matter of fact, I will be as bold to say that people who are grieving don't need your advice at all. Telling a grieving person all the things that they need to be doing right now is not helpful. But what I could say is helpful is sitting and listening to that person. Honestly, that has been the best thing for me, is just when people just sit and listen. Or they ask me about, Doug and I's stories. It's healing for me to talk about it. It's not healing for me to act like everything is okay and to forget about him. Because I will never forget about him. Never. I know that the pain will get easier, or it will not subside, but it will be less fresh and raw, I guess. Yeah. I guess I want to say that I'm happy to have been able to also help people who are grieving and at the same place as I am, too, by sharing my story, by sharing and crying and all that I do. Yeah. But realize, I guess, I can't speak for every widow. I mean, I'm beginning to embrace that now, that I'm a widow, because I lost my husband. But know that widows are struggling with a lot of things. It seems as if the world is not very kind to us. It seems that you have to figure out a lot of things. One of those things is you have to figure out now how to do everything on one income rather than two. And for me right now, and I know I may get some flack for this from someone, but working right now a full-time job, as in like 8 to 5, 8 to 6 or whatever, I have so many breakdowns right now. So many at odd times. They just come and I can't stop it. Working a regular job like that, I will get fired instantly if I have to leave because I can't, control my emotions. It's hard. I just can't do it right now. So right now I'm picking up tutoring. I'm trying to pick up some coaching, life coaching. I'm doing some other things. I'm probably going to do Uber, driving for Uber. I'm trying to do some other things where, I'm still able to live and pay my bills, but also be sensitive to the tears that are going to come, the screaming, the crying, and all of that. I think an advantage for some of the older widows is that, which they've told me, is that they're retired. So it's not like they have to work or do anything like that. But it's hard. I'm not gonna lie. So I just wanted to share because, first of all, I haven't shared in a while. And I did get a couple of people who asked how I was. I don't get a whole lot of people anymore. And I know some of that is because no one knows what to say. And sometimes I don't know what to say. I know a lot of people in my life. Me and Doug have helped. And I know that sometimes that is in a lot of people's mind. Like, that you ought to be helping me because it's been 2 months. I have a lady who's calling me. She's called me like a few times, and usually every time she calls, like, I'm in a funk and I can't talk to her. But the response has been, I've called and called and called and texted, and you are not answering me back, and I need you to answer right now. And I'm not joking, that's the response. And I'm just like, I just want everyone to know, like, if I don't answer you, it's not because I don't love you, or not because I don't care, or not because I'm just ignoring you. It's just that I'm in such incredible pain that I can't be there for you in the way that you would like me to be. Or I'm just having a breakdown or of some sort, and I just can't stop to talk to you. It's just the way it is. It doesn't mean that I don't care, or that I don't love you, or that I don't appreciate what you're doing. It's just that it's just the grief. Like, it's there, it's present, and I have to, I say I have to deal with it, and it's true, but at this moment, at this point in the journey, I can't even stop it from coming. Yeah. So, I was looking at my insurance today and noticed that I can get counseling services. I don't know how much the copay is or anything, but when I when I get a more stable income, I'm going to start counseling. I think that will help me, along with going to the grief group as well. So I just wanted to give y'all an update and come on and talk to some people, because I'm getting varying responses and notes, and being told that people are angry and things like this, or just being told that she's not there for me anymore, just stuff like that. And I just want to explain, like, where I am. Like, this isn't easy. It actually is very hard. And I find it hard to just get myself together to do the simplest of things. And I'm trying. It's not like I'm not trying. I really am. And I just wanted to let y'all know. So, I'm trying. I'm alive. I have a purpose here. For whatever reason, I'm still here. And I will begin to do my purpose, of course, and maybe I've already been doing my purpose. Maybe part of my purpose is to help others who are grieving in the same way, going through the same things. Things that we never talk about, or people who are grieving never talk about because of all the things. But anyway, I just wanted to give a little update. I say little, it's been like 20 something minutes, but I just wanted to talk about it, get it out, and let y'all know what's going on. So anyway, I'll talk to y'all later.